So today, I'm going to talk about a life worth living. Acceptance of a life worth living is accepting the life you are presently living. All life is worth living. The responsibility of living can be challenging at times. We seem to claim the positive and reject the negative aspects of our lives. However, a life worth living takes on the trials and the triumphs of all of life. Growth of the soul occurs when we dive deep into the murky waters of fear, confusion, and self-realization. Many times, this is a learning experience in a place I like to call the school of the soul. As humans, we are given emotion, virtue, and the ability to discern. Not only do we discern situations, but also ourselves in relation to the situation. Being truly open to judge oneself adds greatly to a life worth living. Balancing the scale of sorts, lightness and dark, truth and deceit, acceptance and fulfillment of all that God has created for us to ascend in this earthly life. Many of us have faced troubling situations, resolved the troubles, and still feel the issue as if it was a broken record playing over and over again in your head. The situation lingers, and we search for the meaning as to why we are being followed by what seems to be an unclear resolution. The murky waters. This could be the death of a loved one or friend, a strained situation at work, or with family, or troubles with the world. No matter the circumstance, we are looking for additional closure. These are times we can reach inward and get deep into our soul, a school of the soul. A lesson guided by spirit and navigated by our true self. With truth comes trust. With trust comes the ability to open our minds to the adversity that plagues us, allowing for deeper resolution. This is not to say that we forget to reach inward to our positive experiences. We can look within to find a deeper gratitude and meaning. Hence, a life worth living is authentic, and it includes all the ups and downs and in-betweens. As the singer Seal would say, I've been kissed by a rose on the gray. We can't let the shadow of gray stop us from stepping towards the light. Learn from the gray area and continue to blossom. Life is the evolution of the soul's journey, always seeking. A life worth living is not always roses and fairy tales, as we have already established. Too often, our expectations overshadow true life experience. A life worth living includes realistic expectations. Real being the key word here. We use the phrase, this is real life we're talking about, right? Real life is happening to us every day, and we must be in the moment to get closest to the inner contentment. A life worth living clearly favors contentment. Resolve the past, look forward to the future, but live in the moment. Woohoo! This life worth living sure takes a lot of thinking, reflection, and resolution. Being in human form carries a lot of responsibility. In spiritualism, we believe we are personally responsible for our own thoughts and actions. No blaming or pointing fingers at others. If we consistently blame others, where does forgiveness come into play? We're too busy blaming. We need to forgive. Being able to forgive others and forgive ourselves ultimately honors personal responsibility. A life worth living includes gratitude for life's many blessings and being able to recognize them. Something so small as a meal with family or a kiss from your partner fully qualifies for grateful thoughts in the continuous time of everyday life. There is a peace that comes from gratitude, which is rewarding in its own right. Peace and gratitude are wonderful qualities to have in life. What are some of the things you can think of that make your life worth living? Most of us would say having a baby, getting married, working hard and getting a promotion. Do we ever think about a death or a funeral? Didn't that person that passed, didn't they have a life worth living? There are times in that our life is more worth living because that person who passed was in it. So celebrate that too. Authenticity is an art we either already enjoy or we learn along the way to find happiness, allowing oneself to be genuine. The truth of authenticity can be beautifully contagious. When we meet an authentic person, it seems as if we want and can be more authentic too. We can be invigorated by the authenticity of another person. Sort of like the authenticity in me. Let me do this over. Sort of like the authenticity in you recognizes the authenticity in me. Got that one down. Namaste. Continuous. Becoming more of an I am that brings us closer to God through continuous authenticity. Yes, we can be drawn to awareness with the help of the brotherhood and sisterhood of man. A life worth living includes sharing ourselves with our earthly co-humans as well as our earthly creatures. Being able to maneuver through this earthly plane with honesty and compassion will only add to your life's existence. We are honoring God as we honor the earth and all living beings. Let's take a look at the earth and the universe. How many of you feel more grounded after spending time outside enjoying nature? There is a unique and natural feeling that comes only from our Creator and can only be felt outside. We can imagine being outside, but actually being in the open air, feeling the breeze, the sounds and smells of the leaves in the fall, is what grounds us to our infinite source and with the authenticity of nature. Can you imagine a life without nature and all of God's splendors? Go outside, take off your shoes and feel the earth on your feet. You become balanced and at ease. Life is grand. Does existence qualify as a past to do nothing, just float and not really achieve much of anything? Maybe. If existence has anything to do with quantum physics, then it's possibly on another dimension, plane or wave, if you are not still floating, you may be saving someone's life, climbing a mountain, or running a marathon, maybe even giving birth to a beautiful baby. All life is worth living. No life exists without the simplicity and the complexity of our Creator. We do not have all the answers of life, but we do have consciousness to navigate questions and experiences, knowing that there is a divine plan worth trusting. We are always in the presence of God. The best part of all this is that every one of us already has a life worth living. Our God gifted us with life and with an eternal soul, providing us with the abilities of growth and true enlightenment. Okay, what's the catch? There is no catch. We can free fall all we want. We can share with compassion. We can seek and contemplate all we want. No matter, we will always have eternal progress of the soul, everlasting life. The question is, how do you want to live your worthwhile life? Now, as part of our worthwhile life, I have here AL. I don't know if anybody's experiencing using AL very much. Well, I feel like on my computer when I'm writing and doing things like that, AL's there, and I feel like it's trying to tell me what to do or be part of me.
And you know, AL or AI?
AI. See, that's how much I'm good. AI, not Al. AI. But you know, it's like it's there. It's always there, and I mean, a lot of people have the fear of it replacing their job or even replacing us in a lot of ways. I mean, does it take over writing our paper for us? Then that's not our true, authentic voice coming out, right? So what I did was I had all this written down, and I kept seeing the AI, and you know, I thought I'm just going to tap that once, and I did. And what it did was it gave me an outline of my little talk today. So instead of telling me, you know, I wrote everything first before I asked AI. And so what it did was it actually looked over my talk, and then it gave me an outline of my talk. So it wasn't taking my words away from me, it wasn't doing it, but it was confirming to me that everything was in order with my talk, which I thought was pretty cool. It's you know, part of this the changing times with the computers and robots and cars that drive themselves and all that, and you know, how can we get a handle on that? You know, even with my website, the same way, it would be AI wanted to do my marketing and promoting, but the words that they used aren't my words, you know. So I turned it off because I want it to be my words. So this is the way I found to still have AI, part of AI in my life, I guess. But I thought it did a great job.
It's a
and
tool.
It's a
tool.
It is. So yeah, from your document, it's true. From your document, and this is what it kind of gave me after I wrote the document. The acceptance of a life worth living involves embracing the life you are currently living, including both positive and negative aspects. It highlights the importance of facing challenges and growing through them, often referring to this process as the school of the soul. The document also discusses the specifics of gratitude, authenticity, and living in the moment as key components of a life worth living. Some specific points mentioned include acceptance, embracing both the trials and the triumphs in life, growth, learning from challenging situations and self-realization, gratitude, recognizing and appreciating life's blessings, authenticity, being genuine and true to oneself, living in the moment, resolving the past, looking forward to the future, but focusing on the present. The document also touches on the idea that all life is worth living, regardless of the circumstance, and encourages individuals to find deep meaning and contemplation through spiritual guidance and personal responsibility. So that I like. I like AI that way. I think that we can live with it, and it can be something that can offer us some support. And again, just kind of stepping into the modern world, you know. I'm not that great with change or anything like that, so it was a way to empower me to kind of do something different, maybe. Whatever. Okay. Okay, now I think it's time for the meditation. Everybody just kind of get comfy in your chair, feet on the ground, palms in your lap. Take a big deep breath in and out. In, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. imagine a bright white light coming down into your crown chakra. And as it fills your crown chakra, feel it moving to your eyes and your cheeks and your mouth. Now feel your throat opening. Feel the white light come down in through your heart, into your heart, and feel the energy swirling around your heart. And feel it shooting down your arms into your hands. Now bring this white light down into your sacral area. I'm going to throw it at the solar plex. We have to do the solar plex area. So feel that light in the solar plex area and feel it just kind of radiating your whole body. And feel the energy draw down into your legs, down through your legs into your feet. Those seasons that circle our lives, let our winds and breezes blow wide the doorway of our hearts and teach us. For deep within our being, the same wild eruption of life breaks forth to us each year. Disastrous or beautiful, passionate or placid, changing and unchanging. So the season is summer. Flowering meadows teach us passion. Singing birds teach us passion. Lakeside picnics teach us passion. Outdoor play teach us passion. Firefly evenings teach us passion. Ripening season teach us passion. Long days of light teach us passion. Fruitful gardens teach us passion. Spectacular blossoms teach us passion. Crickets chanting teach us passion. Fiery sun teach us passion. Now draw all of the bright light energy and bring it all to your heart. Bring it in through your body and into your heart, and let that energy just swirl around your heart. And allow Spirit to bring us to a place of passion. Passion for life. Passion for a life worth living. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gradually open your eyes, move around a little.